Welcome to Math Being Flipped. I'm going to give you an introduction overview of how it's going to work in the math classroom this year. First off, when you first hear the word flip, I'm sure you probably think I'm going to put you up on the ceiling. That's not quite what we're going to be doing today, but let's go ahead and get right into it and see what the flipped classroom is all about in math. The flipped classroom is simply doing things differently. As you can see down here, this is the traditional classroom where the teacher's up in the front lecturing the students. In the flipped classroom, however, you don't see any lecturing going on. We're actually doing activity work. And that's the instructor there helping out all the students. Okay, so looking at the flipped classroom versus the traditional, let's look at the traditional. You have the teacher instructs, then you as the students take notes, then you follow guided instruction, I give an assessment, and then you have homework. What it looks like in the flipped classroom. At home now, you're going to actually watch the lesson on a video. I could give you a podcast or a book or website or whatever. Then when you come to school, we're actually going to be working in class. Okay, so here's just another graphic. So at traditional, what happens first? I lecture, I assign the homework. Then you go home, you complete the homework. You repeat that cycle on and on and on. Now what happens first? You watch the video at home, you listen, then you complete your notes, and we're going to talk about those. Okay? Then, during school, you're actually going to do schoolwork, which used to be the homework. Okay, so how is all this going to work? Well, first off, you're going to go into Schoolology. Remember, it's schoolology.com like we did in class. Okay, once you do that, you're going to go click on Log In. Now, you're going to log in like you signed up. So I'm going to type in my student account. Okay, I'm going to put in my password here. Oh, I typed it in wrong. In school, you can just type in liberal, and then it's going to pre-populate some schools. And we're going to click on liberal west middle. Okay, and then I'm going to log in. Now, once I log in, I'm going to get a screen that looks like this because you're already assigned to a group. Now, I'll have some recent activities, so if there's some posts that we've done in class and discussions we've done on here, that's where we're at. If you want to look at grades and you want to see if I graded your assignment, you can click right here. For right now, we have an upcoming assignment, so I'm going to click on the assignment. Okay. It's going to take a few minutes. Okay, so now, here's the assignment. I don't have to go and I have to click on anything because it's already right there. So, I need to watch the video. Well, I put the video on here in two different formats. I give it one as the whole video file. Look how big that is. That's 8 megabytes. You can watch it there if you need to download it. Or you can hit the YouTube link. I'm going to hit the YouTube link. And then when I do that, here's the video. And I'm going to hit play.
Today we're going to be talking about volume of prisms. The objective today, I will demonstrate my mathematical ability to use.
Okay, and I could go through and I could watch that entire video. I do always put the objective on there, so that needs to go on your Cornell notes, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. But if we go back, so I've watched my video. While I'm watching, though, remember I need to take my Cornell notes. The objective I put on the very first screen goes right here. Okay, remember the toolbox is for our vocabulary. In this section, I'm going to be taking my notes. And if I have any questions about my notes, they're going to go over here. And at the end, this is where the summary. Don't forget your name, the day, the block, all that kind of good stuff. Okay? So, I've watched that. The next thing I need to do before I can submit is I'm going to do my WSQ. Remember, a WSQ is called Watch, Summarize, and Question. When you first come in here, I want you to type in your student ID number. That's your lunch number. Okay, so there's my student ID number. Okay, my student number. Say I'm in block 2. Okay, and I'm person number 4. Alright, so that's going to go there. Then I'm going to type in my first name, my last name. Okay, my watch. I want to know, where did you watch it? So I watched it in the kitchen. Okay, what time did you watch it? I watched it at 7 o'clock. Then I am going to summarize. I put some things up here. Your summary needs to be at least 3 sentences. The first one is always the objective. So I can type, I watched the video on volume, okay, so on and so forth. Alright? It must be 3 sentences, and this summary also goes back to your Cornell notes in this area right here. Okay? My question. I want you to think of a question. You have 3 options here. Do you have a question of confusion? What is something that you'd like me to explain or answer during our session the next day? I'm always going to start off with some questions before we get started. A discussion. Is there something you want to know or understand that would be a good discussion to explain right away? Okay, after you ask the question, please answer it to the best of your ability. And then, maybe you have an example. Make up your own example problem. I love example problems because this is how I'll help work some of the quiz questions. Okay, so you're going to click, is it a confusion, a discussion, or an example? And then you're actually going to give me the question. So I have a question. I don't understand how to find volume. Okay, that's my question. That's where I'm stumped at. And then once I do that, then I'm going to hit submit. Okay, once you're done, you know you're done because you're going to get this page. And it says your response has been recorded. Make sure you record your summary on your Cornell note paper and bring your question to class. Remember, this is for points. Okay, so I've watched my video. I've turned in my WSCQ. The last thing I need to do is submit my assignment through Schoology. So I'm going to click Submit Assignment. Okay, it's loading. It's going to take it a little bit. Not long, hopefully. Okay, so I'm going to upload. I'm just going to create. Okay, and I'm going to say it is done because I've done all the requirements. And I'm going to hit submit, and then I'm going to have submitted my assignment. It is simply that easy. And lastly, then when you come to class, we're actually going to be working in class. So no more of the teacher staying up in the back of the classroom or up in the front of the classroom lecturing. Hopes this helps. Make sure you fill out your WSQ and you make sure you have your question, your summary. If you have any questions, let me know.